I was such a fraud.
I was going to ask you.
I'm not even, you don't even have a card for me.
I have a card for you. It's probably the blank
No, you
one.
don't.
And I love it because it's got that thing in it.
What thing might that be?
The suits.
Right. And you're a fan of suits.
Yeah, I am. Well, I wear a lot of suits in my own life, so you call a show Suits, you know, that's...
A certain fondness you have for it now just by virtue of the name. Yes.
I've never seen the show.
So how much did you, Prince Harry, know about Meghan? Had you seen her on TV?
No, I'd never even heard about her until this friend said Meghan Markle. I was like, right, okay, give me a bit of background. what's going on here? So no, I'd never watched Suits. I'd never heard of Meghan before.
Hello, good morning. I'm doing it like this because you're gonna know why. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave your comments. Your super thanks are greatly appreciated. Thanks for coming back to watch this crazy Canadian Latino woman give her views. I have some questions. Do you think that when Meghan Markle married Prince Harry, she already had an exit strategy for dumping him? Do you think that Doria and Meghan had that strategy planned? Why isn't anybody talking about the fact that Harry says that it takes $6 million to keep him and Meghan safe as per the standards he's used to? And that he and Meghan got married, that the Archbishop of Canterbury married them 3 days prior. He's doubling down on that. And that by telling his kill count, he's helping veterans against suicide. I mean, we have a lot to unpack here. And I look forward to your comments. And yes, I think Meghan Markle is angry about what you just saw. That nobody knew who she was. Nobody, and in most places in the world, believe it or not, they still don't. Please leave me your comments and let's get into this video. Hello, beautiful people. Sadie's not doing so well today. We've had a tough night. She has a bit of diarrhea and vomiting. I've been up with her all night. See what I mean? She's not feeling so well. If this keeps up, I have to take her to the vet.
Did you choose to wear them on the same day together, or is it just by accident?
Your Royal Highnesses, everybody thought Prince William did terribly well when he set off to school, and you said to him, wave everyone goodbye, and then he just went away. Were you a little sad at that moment?
Well, I was, because it's opening another chapter in my life, and certainly William's, but he's ready for it.
Yes, you can see all my wrinkles from here. I wanted to do this video because there is something quite perverse in the sense of people are not picking up on things. For example, Harry stated in his book that he needed $6 million to pay for the security that they're used to having around, you know. So he needs $6 million to keep himself and Meghan safe. Now, this is before we start thinking of the two children, if they have any, when they grow up, that he wants to give them security. So we pretty much have to assume that will be almost double of that. So one thing, that's how much the UK taxpayers used to fork out for them. And this is if they remain in the UK. That amount pretty much almost doubled whenever they went abroad, even for vacations. And we know that Meghan took at least 14 trips that were not abroad, which were not related to work, to the tours or anything. These are private trips that she took when she claimed she didn't have a passport, of course. And whenever that happens, the amount doubles, because you also have to liaise with the country where they're going, and the country that is hosting them also has to chip in. So they're costing money to everybody. And I started thinking, I mean, why isn't anybody talking about this? They're this $6 million couple. So for Harry, those $100 million, poof, if he got them. I don't think he's got them at all. Because Netflix, they haven't done enough for Netflix. So they probably got about 11, 12 million, but not the $100 million. So, and they've been in the United States, what, 2 years? 3 years almost now. So that's $18 million. $18 million. If you go to guidestar.org and you type Archewell, that's what you're going to get. So the receipts are, I'm pretty sure, is the house they bought. So we know it cost them a little bit over $13 million. And the assets is pretty much the $9 million. So I guess they paid about, because they have a mortgage on it. So they must have paid 2/3 of that. Please correct me if my math is off, okay? Because if they have assets on that, that means that that's what they've paid so far on the receipts on the house. So they owe about $4 million on mortgage. And people are insane because I don't know why they keep going on that Meghan Markle was a multimillionaire. First off, there's no such thing as used sofas at sofa.com. And they talk about IKEA. I mean, how can Meghan Markle, a multi-millionaire, couldn't afford to get better furniture? Another thing that really, I'm surprised nobody's picking on this, or at least they're choosing to ignore it, is that he claims that the Archbishop of Canterbury did marry them 3 days prior. He's doubling down on that. He says that the dogs were the two witnesses, that he did exchange official vows with the Archbishop of Canterbury. And nobody is picking on that. I mean, another thing that's actually quite troubling to me is that he went on Stephen Colbert, I think, and he justified his imaginary kill count, to help veterans, to help prevent, SUICID among veterans. I can't even say the word here because I get censored. I know you guys don't believe it, but we do get censored quite a lot. Amongst veterans. And you know what's really disgusting? That he tries to link his actions to September 9/11. So nobody can call him out on it. Just like when Meghan Markle, she had the Suicide Teens, their organization. And then she started talking about herself. I mean, and it's really hard for people to call them out because they don't want to call out this poor or teen organization, because it's a worthwhile cause. So they're being used. And I've been posting, so many things, but it's quite troubling to me that nobody's picking up how much the UK people, the burden they were on the UK people. Oh, and by the way, thanks for people for telling me that it's legal to buy drugs in California, but I'm sure that it must be a limit to how much you can buy. Because if it's microdosing on a daily basis with weed and then with psychedelics, I didn't know that psychedelics were legal in California. I'm shocked, and that magic mushrooms or cocaine was legal in California, because I'm pretty sure he's consuming that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he defended its use in the interviews that he did. So why isn't anybody, why isn't the IRS more involved in auditing Harry and Meghan Markle? I really am wondering, why aren't they more involved? They should be more involved in auditing it, because they are basically using the house as their office. It might be perfectly legal, but it's amazing how people criticize Donald Trump for doing what Harry and Meghan Markle and most Democrats do. So, but why isn't the IRS there? Why isn't the IRS, Immigration Service, questioning this man who clearly admits to using drugs while holding a visa to be in the United States? I mean, where is immigration in all of this? Children's Services apparently has been called to visit them. But where is Immigration Services in all of this? This is a man who's gone publicly admitting that he's done drugs, which is, I wonder if this is something that people should be asking for it to be made public, whether or not he declared that in his immigration form, because if he didn't, then he should be not only kicked, before he's kicked out of the country, he has to go to jail once he, is done with his prison sentence. But now he's admitting of doing psychedelics. He's including other people. We know he's included Courtney Cox. But why isn't anybody calling him on that? The misogyny in that book, the utter disregard for women, the way he views them. I mounted her. Oh, that woman, we watched her in this, and I'm baffled. I'm really angry at Jeremy Clarkson for offering an apology. Where is the UK apology? Because Harry and Meghan lie is slander, and they're causing a lot of issues right now. There's this British person who was working in intelligence, and he has been killed in Iran. And they justify it, saying, you don't have the moral background or the moral high ground to call us murderers when you have Prince Harry saying that he's killed 25 of our own, and he thinks of them as objects. Quite right. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? And Meghan is just angry that she needs Harry. She's gonna divorce his ass. But she's angry, she needs Harry. There's a lot of hatred going on between them. I think Meghan Markle pretty much despises Harry because, unfortunately for her, she's not sure whether or not she's going to be allowed to call herself the Duchess of Sussex when she divorces his ass, because there's absolutely no doubt. And what she's going to do is she's going to use the race card to blackmail the royal family into letting her keep using the royal Sussex, the Duchess of Sussex title. Because she's going to say, see, Harry's still backing up his family. I am absolutely appalled. I mean, please do leave me your comments, because, I am interested in this. Why isn't anybody calling out on the $6 million figure that he put in his security, which means that's how much the UK was paying a year if they were in the UK. When they traveled abroad on vacations, even when they go on vacation, they carry the full security detail, and that doubled the price of how much it costs. So we're looking at almost £8 million, or at least £6-7 million a year, just to keep Harry and Meghan Markle. And I talked a little bit yesterday about the coronation, and people say, King Charles should definitely invite his son. I don't think so. This is a state occasion. This is not a royal wedding. This is not a hold down for the family. This is a state occasion to officially appoint the head of state of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. And the fact, and it's just going to be a circus, take away the dignity of the occasion, because they will make it about it. And I really do believe that King Charles should just simply say they're not invited. They're not invited, so people quit wondering whether they should be invited or not, and that stops being a question out in the public domain. I don't know why he doesn't do it. And I mean, do you think that Meghan Markle despises Harry? Do you think her and Dora are plotting how to get rid of him right now? Or do you think they had their strategy well planned beforehand? Because I really do believe that Meghan, she quoted her ex-husband Trevor that he says, don't give it 5 minutes if you're not going to give it 5 years. And this May will be 5 years. And I think Harry's 5 years are up. But I mean, those are just my thoughts, clearly. But do let me know what you think. And I do believe that when Meghan Markle married Harry, she already had an exit strategy. And this idiot who's got a well-deserved dumping is going to find out how bad it is. Please do leave me your thoughts and opinions.